thank you for agreeing to participate in my interviews. My name is Ben Kang and I am conducting a research project about how undergraduate students balance part-time work and academic responsibilities. So your response will be kept confidential and your identity will not be revealed in any reports. You can skip any questions or stop the interview at any time. The interview should take around 15 to 20 minutes. And with your permission, I would like to record this interview for accuracy. Do you have consent to the process?
Yes, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. So coming up to the warm-up questions, tell me about your major and the year of your study.
So I'm a sophomore studying international business major in University of Greenwich in Vietnam.
Okay, so are you currently working part-time during this semester?
Yes, I'm working as an online English teacher in Kina Center.
So how many hours per week do you usually work with Kina?
So like in my I usually work from 6 maybe to 8 or 9 p.m. Every day from Monday to Saturday except for the weekends.
Okay. So tell me, why did you decide to work while studying?
I started working part-time mainly to support my daily expense like food, rent, and transportation. And studying at an international university is expensive, and my family can't cover everything. So besides money, I also wanted to build experience and improve soft skills like communications, teamwork, and time management. Some of my friends even told me working will help me become more independent and responsible, which I totally agree with. And I think this is something a lot of students do nowadays to prepare for life after graduation.
Okay, so you mentioned about you learn a lot of experience while working with Kina English. So can you tell me about some experience you have learned?
Wait, can you ask me your question again?
Yes, of course. So you mentioned about you gaining some experience from working part-time and this is Kina English. So can you please tell me some experience you have gained during the working part-time?
One of them is probably about communications because I have to communicate with the students a lot, so it can be that part, and also improve my confidence, my fluency, and my ability to like schedule work because I have to divide like what time I need to study and what time I need to teach my students, and also it also improve my negotiation skills because sometimes I have to talk and negotiation with the family about like the price of the class and the time which I free to teach their kids. Yeah.
Okay. So I mentioned about your work hours. So how do you usually schedule your work hours and around your class and also with the assignment?
So I usually work on weekends and some weekday evenings, depending on my class timetable. I try to avoid morning shifts because I often stay up late studying, and I also use Google Calendar to plan my week and set reminders matters for like deadlines, and I also try not to take on too many shifts once at a time when it's close to exam period. It's all about like being flexible and knowing when to say no to like extra work, even though it pay more.
Okay. So, while working at Kina, what are the biggest challenges you face when trying to manage both studying at school and working?
In my opinion, time pressure is probably the hardest part because sometimes I have to go to work right after class, and by the time I get home, I'm too tired to study or do anything. And there are also times when I have overlapping responsibilities, like needing to prepare presentations while being scheduled for a busy shift. It's mentally exhausting, and I feel like I'm constantly multitasking and already even sacrificing one thing for another.
Okay. So, how is your academic performance affected by your job?
My academic performance affect my job, right? So it definitely affect a little. Although my GPA is still okay, but I had to submit some assignment just in time, skip revision for quizzes. And I have noticed I don't participate in class discussion as much when I'm tired from work. Still, I try to keep a minimum number of hours to avoid it affect my study too much. But it's definitely a struggle to keep everything balanced.
Okay. So, how do you feel stressed or burnout because of you have to balance between working and studying?
Well, yes, of course, because there are weeks when I feel completely drained, especially when I have back-to-back shift and big assignment due. And it's hard to rest properly when your mind is constantly like, thinking about work, school, and I think burnout comes from not having time for yourself. Not only that, I'm trying to be more careful with my mental health now by taking breaks now and then and not overworking my time that I have.
Okay. So, how do you usually deal with the deadline, and while you have a tons of working schedule?
Yes, method that I usually do is I try to start the assignment early, but that's not always possible because what works for me is breaking tasks into smaller parts and setting mini deadlines. Sometimes I do readings during work breaks or revise while commuting, and it's about using any free time wisely. Also, if I'm struggling, I will try to reach out to a professor, because some of them are understanding if you explain the situation in advance.
Okay, so you have mentioned about the challenge and your struggles. So, according to your opinion, so what are the struggles of working student, same as like you, and why is it?
So we often feel isolated because we don't have time to join student activities or hang out with friends. Plus, juggling work and study can feel like living two lives at once. And there is also the stress of not performing 100% in either role, which is not good at all. And not all we are student first, which can make scheduling even harder.
So, you working and studying, I know that you have much more deadlines and maybe you have to working and studying at the same time and that's lead you to stress. So have you received any support from your university and that can help you manage your job and your study?
There are some support like mental health, counseling, and academic advisor, but nothing specific for working students. And I wish there were more flexible class options or evening office hours for students who work during the day. And even recorded lecture would help a lot when we miss something due to having to work part time.
So you just mentioned about your university support. So according to you, what change or service do you think your university and any other university could provide the better support for the student working part-time like you?
My opinion, there's like a lot of things that the university could improve or help the students. And first, I would suggest is more flexible learning tools like online resources, recordings, or hybrid classes. And second, maybe a platform where working students can connect or get advice. And I think the university could also work with local businesses to create like a student-friendly job opportunity with flexible hours.
Okay. So what advice should you give to the other students who are struggling in balancing part-time job while studying?
My biggest advice is manage your time well, but also protect your energy. Like don't take more shifts that you can handle, and definitely be honest with your boss and your lecturer, and try to plan your week ahead. And definitely don't forget to rest because burnout is real, and it's definitely not good for your health at all. Lastly, remember that it's okay to ask for help because you are not alone, and many students are going through the same thing as you do every day.
Okay. So that's the end of the interview. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Your input is really valuable and will help you better support for the students who work while studying. So, do you have any final thought or something you would like to add that we didn't cover?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Thank you.